In 1999, two psychologists filmed a short video of people passing a basketball, and they asked viewers to count the passes made by the team in white. Halfway through, a person in a full gorilla suit strolled into the middle of the shot, turned to face the camera, thumped their chest, and walked off. Roughly half the people watching never saw it. Not because they looked away, because they were concentrating hard on exactly what they'd been told to watch. The gorilla walked straight through their field of vision, and to their conscious experience, it simply did not happen. That single result cracks something open about how we actually work. We tend to assume we're watching reality from a safe distance, taking in what's there like a camera. We're not. At every moment, your senses are flooded with far more information than your mind can hold, and your brain quietly decides what to show you based on what you're focused on. You're not passively receiving a picture of the world. You're building one, filtered through your attention, and the version you get feels complete, even when the gorilla is standing right in front of you. This is the article I want to dig into today, because it goes much further than one clever experiment. It argues that where you point your attention isn't just how you experience reality. Across several different layers of science, it's part of how reality forms for you in the first place. Start with the brain itself. There's a network of neurons in the brainstem called the reticular activating system, and one of its jobs is to sit as a gate between the enormous flood of sensory data coming in and the small trickle your conscious mind can actually process. It decides what gets through, and it makes that decision mostly on one basis: what you flagged as relevant, important, or expected. This is why you buy a particular car and suddenly that model is on every street. The cars were always there. Your gate just wasn't letting them through until you told it they mattered. Same road, different world. If that mechanism runs on relevance, then the things you dwell on are quietly rewriting what you're even capable of noticing. And here's where I want to say something plainly, because it's easy to skate past. If you spend your days scanning for threat, your brain gets very good at finding it, and sharper at that task over time. There's a principle from the neuroscientist Donald Hebb, often shortened to neurons that fire together wire together. Every time you focus on something, you strengthen the circuitry for it. Taxi drivers who memorize a city grow measurably in the brain region tied to spatial navigation. Musicians expand the map for the fingers they use most. Attention isn't just a spotlight, it's a builder. What you use grows, what you ignore fades, and what you use is decided, more than anything, by where you keep looking. If you're getting something from this, a thumbs up genuinely does help more people find the work, and subscribing means the next one of these videos turns up for you. Because it doesn't stop at the brain. Consider the placebo effect, which medicine tends to treat as an annoyance to be filtered out, rather than the astonishing thing it is. Ted Kapchuk at Harvard ran a study on irritable bowel syndrome where he gave patients sugar pills and told them openly that they were sugar pills with nothing active in them. The group taking the honest placebo still did significantly better than the group given nothing. No deception, just a focused expectation of change, producing a real shift in the body, and the effect runs the other way too. People warned about specific side effects tend to get those side effects at higher rates, even when there's nothing pharmacological behind them. Focus on harm and the body starts producing harm. Focus on healing and it leans the other way. The expectation isn't sitting apart from the biology. It's feeding it. Then there's the quantum layer. In the double-slit experiment, a particle behaves like a spread-out wave when nothing is watching which path it takes, and like a single definite particle the moment a detector observes it. Physicists have argued for a century about what that means, and I'm not going to pretend that's settled. But the experimental result itself isn't in dispute. Observation changes what is observed. The watcher and the watched aren't cleanly separable. They're part of one event. Line those layers up and you notice they're all leaning the same way. The gate in your brain, the wiring that grows with use, the body responding to belief, the particle resolving under observation. These aren't the same experiment. They're different fields of study arriving independently at a similar place. The observer keeps turning out to be inside the thing they're observing, not outside it. Worth being precise about what this does and doesn't claim. This is not the idea that positive thinking dissolves hardship. You can't think your way out of poverty, illness, or injustice, and anyone selling that is selling nonsense. The world holds real constraints. But inside those constraints, the range of what you perceive, the opportunities you spot, the options that seem available, the physical state your body settles into, all of that is shaped by the quality and the direction of your attention. Take two people in identical circumstances, facing in different directions, and over time the gap between them widens along the line each is looking. Which brings me back to the gorilla. Half those viewers built a reality with no gorilla in it. Their experience wasn't wrong exactly. It faithfully reflected what their focus made available. It was just incomplete. And the same is true of every one of us, right now. The real question the article leaves me with isn't whether we shape what we see. It's what your focus is quietly making available today, and what it's quietly costing you. If you want the full version, with the biology and the research laid out properly, it's a full read over at consciousnesspartnership.com.